Now you've got a red light.
Yeah. Time to do my Kramer poses.
Do you do Kramer poses?
No, but I should. I should get into that.
All right, let's talk about Matthew May and this Creativity Summit. What's going on?
Well, Matt's coming. He's going to do...
That's it, folks.
All right, we're done. He's going to do 2 back-to-back 90-minute workshops. He's not lecturing. We're going to do 2 90-minute workshops and about creativity.
Now, why do we have to learn about creativity?
Creativity is kind of the next frontier. It sounds kind of funny because creativity has always been here. But it's getting to the point where, and a lot of authors talk about it, but we're going to outsource all this left brain linear thinking. We're going to outsource it, automate it, and it's not going to be. We need to stay ahead of the curve here in Iowa. We're doing pretty well, but we need to stay ahead. So we need to adopt a culture of creativity. We need to allow creativity. We can't incentivize it. We can't force it. We need to allow it. We need to adopt that. I agree with that. I think all of us are very creative by nature. I think that it's discouraged, however. Mm-hmm. And if we can discourage the discouragement, if we can encourage creativity, I'll give you an example. We have people, entrepreneurs in Des Moines that take the headlines like every week. And if you think about it, these gentlemen and these women are one person that are taking the headlines. It's one person. They form a company, but it's one person that had this really, really good idea, whatever the idea is. And yet we have 2,500 people at some of these bigger businesses, or some cases 10,000 people, and nothing creative has popped out of these businesses in the last 10 years. And if you really start to think about it, that's impossible. To have that many people be in a business for 20 years, whatnot, and nothing creative comes out of there? Nothing?
Well,
that's impossible.
But they might argue with you, and they'd say, oh no, we've been creative.
Of course they would.
Yeah. So what stifles that creativity?
The culture. The internal culture. And it's not like they're evil people. I don't want to give that impression. They really do want to... I think they want their staff to be creative, but they're discouraging it. I don't think they know how they're discouraging it, but giving incentives, stuff like that, crushing creativity.
Give us an example of perhaps how creativity is crushed.
By not allowing mistakes, by demanding results, by demanding creativity, by... if you don't allow mistakes, I really can't be creative. Creativity is a process. Everyone thinks creativity is this end result. They like to use the word innovation because they're thinking of the idea, not the process to get there. And the harsh reality is the process to get there is a very dirty, ugly, and scary thing. And it looks like lack of control to executives or to leaders. And they're under strain from shareholders or whatnot to be productive. So they want to naturally get rid of anything that's not productive and focus on what is. And mistakes are counterproductive. And so they focus on getting super efficient paths to what they want. They want innovation, they want ideas, but they don't want the failure to get there. And the unfortunate thing is Dyson, what's his first name? James? What did he do? Was it 200 or 500 mistakes before he ever got to the Dyson vacuum cleaner?
Thomas Edison. We all agree. Exactly.
Yeah. And so, you're one guy, right? There's no board he answers to.
No committee.
Committees crush creativity. It's why Steve Jobs, he just died. Everyone talks about Steve Jobs, but one thing he said, which I thought was very interesting, is he said, stay foolish. And someone's like, what does that mean, stay foolish? And my take on stay foolish is the truly good ideas are good ideas because no one else is doing them. Why is no one else doing them? Because they look foolish. Why create a phone without buttons? That's dumb. Well, they have the market share. We just talked about that earlier. They have market share, and research in motion is not doing so hot.
What is Matthew May going to bring to Des Moines?
In part, I don't know. Because it's a little bit of a surprise. We're getting these workshops that are back-to-back, and we know it's going to be hands-on. We know it's not going to be lecture. But he does want to surprise us a little bit. What we do know is that it's going to be hands-on. We're going to use material at our tables. And he tried this, and kind of cut his teeth with this concept at Stanford's D School. So it's gone over really well, and we, I think, are among the first to get to try this. So it's pretty exciting for Des Moines that he's going to come here and work on this process with us.
And it's called?
It's called the Iowa Creativity Summit.
And it's when?
It's March 1st, and advance tickets expire February 27th. So it's coming right up.
$35?
$35 for advance tickets. Yeah,
$50 at the door.
Pops up to $50 at the door. You got it.
And we get a hold of anybody, and we go online too.
You can go online, iowacreativitysummit.com. Button down there to register. There's also a phone number and email if you want to, ask questions and ask where parking is, stuff like that. It's going to be at Drake University. They were kind enough to jump on board and sponsor it. Principal, CenturyLink, Triplet, 515 Productions, Innovative Events. Am I missing anybody? I'm probably missing someone.
Des Moines Partnership.
Des Moines Partnership's on there. You got it. Drake, of course. I already said them earlier. Hope I'm not missing anybody. Check the website.
Check the website, and obviously, yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael.